Okay, I think it's recording. I think so. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see.
I'm cooking, which is unusual. And we're doing it on our wood coal stove, which is kind of neat. A little hard to control, so I've got this stuff cooking a little fast. I got it a little hot. But there are ways of controlling it. I just don't know what they are. So we're browning up the meat. We're going to make a lasagna all from scratch today, which is kind of neat. Get my onions base for the sauce. Go in here with some onions, garlic. I get throw a little oregano in there, basil, maybe a little bit of salt. Not a whole lot though, because there's a lot in sauce. And a little bit of pepper. Actually, if you looked over here, there are ways to control this. We have a lower air intake over here. Here's our lower air intake. We turn that down, it lets the fire get less air coming up through the fire, which makes it less hot with less air. Then we've got this, which opens the damper up here and allows the air that's being pulled up the chimney to go around the fire instead of through it. So with any luck, that keeps her, that'll bring her down, cool her down a little bit. Also, we have this controller here. It's open and closed. If you flip it this way, that's open. That means that the flue is open all the way from the firebox itself right on up through the chimney. If you flip it back this way, that recirculates the hot gases around the cook oven, which is over here, and that gets heated up by the wood when you flip that lever. It gets heated anyway, but it's a more direct way of heating it. We've got a nifty little gauge down here that tells me it's about 295 degrees in there right now. So we're getting close to where we can throw lasagna in there when we're ready.
Awesome.
What do you think?
Pretty good.
Things aren't burning? No, doing okay.
All right, we'll be back shortly. Hi, I am making pasta. Actually, lasagna noodles for John's lasagna today. So, what I have here is 2 eggs and 6 egg yolks and about a tablespoon of olive oil. And now I'm just whisking it together. And what I have here is 2 cups of flour and a pinch of salt. And I've made a little well. And now I'm going to do this. Put about half of it in. And you just start bringing the flour mixture, the flour and salt mixture in, and slowly incorporating it.
That's kind of neat.
Traditional way of making pasta. From no matter whether you use a machine or not, this is the traditional way of making it. I know a lot of people just do it in their mixer now, which is good. I've done it like that, but this is the way the little Italian grandmas over in Italy make the pasta. You just have to do it. You have to have a little bit of patience because it does take some time.
Yeah, it is. And you got to be careful you don't blow the dam.
Right. And that inevitably will happen. But by that time, you're hoping that you have enough so it's more solid.
So it'll stay under control. If you're going to blow the dam, you want to do it on this end so it doesn't run off over on your lap.
Love this pasta. It's got such a pretty yellow, almost a saffron-y color when you're done.
Yeah, it's almost nirvana.
I don't know what you mean.
And while she's making that pasta dough, I've got our sauce simmering. Nice little meat sauce for the lasagna. I did have a little problem with the stove when I where we had to open the doors and ventilate the house because we got a little smoky. When you close this, it kind of slows down the draft, and I had this closed, I had that open a little bit too far, and you lose the chimney draft, which is kind of you want to keep a vacuum going because this is not a sealed firebox, and you wind up with little whiffs of smoke coming up all through all these cracks. So you see, it's not sealed tight like a gasket door on a high efficiency firebox. So anyway, just wanted to show that, but we've got the house all aired out now and we're breathing again.
All right.
Okay.
I breached the wall because it got thick enough where I could start bringing it all together. I'm a little messy.
So the dam broke.
Yeah. The levee broke.
Yeah, but you know, by then it's not going to flow.
Right.
It's not flowing anymore.
No.
It's turning into a dough. That's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm. Pretty soon, I'm going to use my very clean hands, and I think I'm going to start that now.
Mm. So what do you got to do? Just add a little flour
To my hands.
to your hands?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so you're going to start working it.
Yep.
Yeah, neato.
Kinda.
Oh, you made a dough. And how long did this take us? That didn't take you...
I've been, what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Not even. It's kind of wet, but that's okay.
Kind of wet, but you can always add flour and dry it up.
I'm going
right?
to add a little bit of flour. Well, I have some flour here on the board.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I am going to add some because it's a little bit more wet than last time. So now we're just going to do this. You really have to knead it for about 10 minutes. Until
All right.
it becomes, when you stick your finger in it, it bounces back. Kind of cool. Kind of like a Pillsbury Doughboy kind of thing.
Okay.
Hi, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the dough and I'm pulling it over on itself, and then I'm using the palm of my hand and I'm mushing it back in. And I'm just doing that over and over again. And you're going to do it for about 10 minutes. And once you get to this point, you start going like this.
Working it back and forth.
Yep.
It's easier if your board isn't flying all over the place.
It's easier if you have a good board, which I do not have, by the way. I only own a restaurant. But at home, I got nothing.
Yeah, well. Okay, we'll be back.
Been doing this for a while, and it's just about where I need it to be. So let me just show you. I'm going to just see how it comes back. Woohoo! That is perfect.
It's got a navel.
Yeah. So now we're going to wrap it. And then we are going to let it sit for about a half an hour at room temperature. And then we'll roll it out and make noodles.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what are you going to wrap it with?
Saran wrap.
Saran wrap?
Yep.
What do you suppose the old traditional Italian ladies back across the pond? Cheesecloth?
I would guess that they would have used cheesecloth.
I bet they'd moisten it.
Yeah.
A damp towel or a damp linen.
towel or something like
Just
that.
so it doesn't dry out and get crusty, right? That's the side of
Basically,
things.
yeah.
Especially in here with this wood stove going. It's hot. It's getting warm. Getting warm in the house. We even had the door open for a while to let the smoke out.
Now isn't that a pretty color?
It is.
I really like the color. Now, so there.
That's going to be enough for our lasagna?
Oh yeah. And if it's not, we'll make more.
That's true.
See how simple that is?
But it did take you probably start to finish 15 minutes, all the rolling and banging you had to do on it.
Yeah. It's well worth the time if you have it to make it because it's just better.
Yeah, it is. Just better.
Hi, so it sat for about a half hour. Then I divided it up. And now I'm rolling it out.
Ooh, we got some pasta noodles over there. Look, they look almost like lasagna noodles without the lasagna noodle edge. How you gonna get the lasagna edge on it? So that's not all that important, I'm guessing. I think you just put flour on the lens.
It'll be fine. So anyway, it's a little bit sticky. I don't know, I added a little more flour so it's a little easier to work with. But it's not, the noodles I made the other day were easier. I don't know what happened. But maybe it's because it's warmer in here than it was that day, or it's more humid because it's doing that outside.
That's sleet, rain, freezing rain. It's a mess.
Yeah, yeah. So
But the good part is we're stuck in the house.
And we're making the pasta.
Yeah.
So anyway, so in a second, I'm going to get this a little bit longer. I'm going to cut it. And nice thing about this is it doesn't have to be And it shouldn't be perfect.
What?
It shouldn't be perfect.
Well, how are we going to dry it out and fit it in the box? It's not perfect. Oh, that one was way off.
John may or may not survive this today.
Neato.
Okay? So
Nice.
just a few more to do. And then we'll cook the pasta. Nice thing about it, cooks about 3 minutes. So this is pretty easy. And you just give it a little roll. And then fold it in on itself like this. So you got that, and then you give it another roll. Do that 2 or 3 times. You're supposed to be able to see your fingers through the pasta when you get it to the desired width or
Thickness.
thickness. Thank you. See, this is what happens when it's
Yep, it's a little sticky.
But we make the best of things here.
Yeah, just a little more flour on it.
Yep. I just want to show you. See, you can't really tell, but you can see my fingers through there. So now we're just.
I saw it. I'm not sure the camera will.
We got this one. And we'll do one more.
How many do you get in a box of lasagna? Probably like, what, maybe 12 pieces?
12. I don't know.
13 pieces?
But these are obviously not as thick, width-wise or whatever, as what you get. I did make homemade lasagna from scratch once before. It was New Year's, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I still lived down at the other house. I saw a picture of it, came up in my memories the other day on Facebook. And I made sauce, well, I had sausage cooked, and I made meatballs, and I made all the noodles and the sauce, and I had everything on the dining room table in preparation to put the lasagna together. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. And I believe I had a couple of granddaughters at the house at the time. I'd spent the night that had helped me.
Mm-hmm.
They
were even good helpers back then, weren't they?
Yes, they were. They still are. Good girls. Whoop.
Uh-oh. Now you've done it. This is a pasta disaster.
This is good.
Oh, it is?
Sure.
Sure.
People want to see what to do when these things happen.
Yeah.
So you just do that.
Yeah. More flour. Oh, you're just going to go with it. Yeah, all right. Well, that was easy. You made it easy. All right.
If
All
you're
right.
a perfectionist and you want your pasta to be perfect, do not. This probably isn't for you.
Oh, I'll bet there's some old Italian grandmother out there who makes it perfect.
Yep. And she's been doing it since she was 3.
Yep.
Sometime in the beginning of the last century. No, seriously, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's homemade, and it's, you know, just supposed to be good. That means that it doesn't all have to be exactly the same.
Well, they're selling potato chips downtown now where they're not perfect, made from perfect potatoes.
Gas is better than electric as far as, to me, being able to regulate, but sometimes it's a very fine line.
Oh, what about regulating the wood?
That's impossible.
Basically, you just slide the thing around to the coolest spot on that top.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's the hottest spot because I want to get that water going. And it looks like it's starting to boil on.
Okay. Well, we need to add some
I gotta get salt in it.
salt in it.
All right, I'm gonna do that. We'll come back.
We'll come back. Hi. Well, in it goes. About 3 minutes.
You're making sure they're all coming up in a stream because you folded each one of them once you laid them out.
Yeah. So I'm straightening them out as they go in.
So what do? Let it come to a boil and then 3 minutes.
Yep.
I think maybe we ought to do half and half. You know, that's gonna get crowded.
Nope.
Nope. Going all in, huh?
Want to get a wooden spoon for me? Actually, you can give it a little stir. Gently give it a little stir.
All right. 3 minutes. Whoa, that's cooking.
They look nice.
Get that. Ooh, what was that bell?
Who rang that bell?
So I lay these out so they can not all stick together, because if we left them in there, they'd turn into one gob of pasta. Pretty good. We took a sampling.
Why don't you start making it?
Tastes pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to start assembling this lasagna. All right, we have success. Delicious lasagna noodles made by the Pasta Empress. Awesome. It's good. Over and out.